here again with Brody. Brody's a 3-year-old Amstaff. He's here for board and train, and he just arrived today. And so we're working on some basics, starting with the basics as we always do. Brody is, although it doesn't appear that way, he can be very overexcited. He's actually kind of nervous, and it's day one. I mean, they're all nervous on day one, but even I have done some training with his owner. We did an in-home session, and he does have some nervous tendencies just in the way he moves and things. So he's gotten into an altercation at doggy daycare, him and another dog. I'm not sure if it happened more than once, but so his overexcitedness gets him in trouble. But also nervous and anxiety can get a dog in trouble as well. They can make bad choices. So we're going to work with him on calming down and building up his confidence through obedience training. We're going to teach him, what's appropriate and what's not. Just a moment ago, my dog Cole was here laying it down. They have not met. They will not be meeting anytime soon. But he's going to start to learn just to exist around the other dogs. So he wasn't super excited, but you could tell that he was kind of wary and nervous of her, even though she totally ignored him and just came and laid down. So we'll be working on that. We don't introduce them to one another until we get some training on them and we know that we've got some control. So we take it very, very slow. So right now we're working on sit drills and down drills. So again, he's had some training. His owner's been working with him on the sit and the down and the walking nicely on the leash and doing a lot better than when he originally started. So, but we always start from scratch here, although we move more quickly through the steps when they've had a little bit of training. So I've already introduced him to the clicker, or loaded the clicker, which just means teaching him that the sound of the click is a predictor of food, meaning every time I click that, you're going to get food. And I click it when he does the thing I'm asking for, whether I'm asking or showing him, okay? Because there's going to be things that he doesn't know that we're going to show him we want him to do. Sit. And we'll click when he gets it right, basically, and then give him some food. So if you're new to this, before we ever start using a command, we teach them the command. We teach them the physical action, and then we add the word once they're doing it well. So again, he's had some training. So prior to me shooting this video, I started from just getting him to do the thing using food and leash guidance. I'm talking about sit and down, and he was doing those pretty well. So once we have them doing it pretty well, we add the command to the sequence. So pairing the word with the action he's doing, basically. So I'm going to start here with, I've already gone through part of it. I'm just going to start with giving the command, using the leash guidance. In terms of the sit, when his bottom hits the ground, I'll click and offer food. All right? Sometimes he's taking food, sometimes he's not. I'm sure he ate earlier today. Also, it's day one, he's a little nervous, so if he's taking food sometimes, but not always, it's okay. In a day or so, he'll be like, give me the food, show me the food, I'm good. All right? So, break. Good boy. Sit. Yes. So the other thing we do is, I am using, good, break. I am using a clicker, and I'm also pairing it with a marker word, because eventually here in about a week we'll phase out the clicker and just be using the marker word yes. Yes will take the place of the clicker. So use a clicker in the beginning because you have multiple people training the dogs. First of all, a clicker speeds up the training process, but also because we have multiple people training the dogs, the click sounds the same no matter who clicks it, right? But they're also pairing their marker word, which is also yes, with the click. But so he's also learning how they sound, how we all sound saying yes, and that it means the same thing as the clicker. So let's go. Sit. Yes. Break. Sit. Yes. what I'm not doing. Break. Not walking all around before I have him sit again, okay? Sit. Yes. I'm doing quick, successive sits. Break. Sit. Yes. Break. Sit. Yes. Break. Sit. Yes. Right? So that's how you do it. One right after another in quick succession. All right? It drills the activity into their brain, basically. Break. Sit. Yes. So I say sit, and I pull up on the leash just a little bit. For him, it's not much because he's already been working on this. As soon as his bottom hits the ground, I'm clicking and releasing the leash guidance or leash pressure. Break. Sit. Yes. The leash guidance or pressure stays on until his bottom hits the ground. Break. Sit. Yes. All right. So now we're going to do downs. Break. And the release word I'm using right now is break, like take a break, right? When you hear me say break, that's what I'm saying to him. So, all right. So we start them in the early stages of teaching them down. We start them in a sitting position. Although I'm not going to say sit, I'm just using the leash guidance that he recognizes for sitting down before I have them go into a down. And that's just because in the beginning it's just easier for them. They're already halfway down. Their butt's on the ground, okay? Down. Yes. Hold. Break. Down. Yes. A little bit of leash guidance, and barely need it with him, but I'm just ready in case I do. So a little bit of leash guidance when he's fully down. I click, and I'm saying yes, and come off the leash pressure. Break. Down. See, so he knows what I'm about to ask him. Break. Go ahead. Down. Yes. Good boy. Break. So these are down drills. Down. Yes. You want to tire your dog out? Do sit drills and down drills. Sit drills are squats. Down drills are push-ups. Okay? And normally I would do a lot more sit drills than I just did. I'm just, mixing it up so that you can see. So I'm not doing two separate videos, one on sits and one on downs, because he's, again, a little bit more advanced than some of the dogs that we get here. All right, he's going to move through these commands more quickly than some of the dogs. So, not only do they tire your dog out, but they create a calm, focused state of mind. Now, your dog may not be like this. Probably won't be at first, right? You're going to have to use a little more leash guidance, maybe some food luring, most likely. And the difference between luring and rewarding is actually using the food, luring them into position, let's say a sit position or a down position. That's what we do in the beginning. At this point, I'm rewarding him. He does the thing and then the food appears, okay? It's two different things. So he's doing it without the food being right there in front of him, without basically the promise of food, if you will. So, good boy. Break. Down. Yes. Good boy. All right. And so, again, this is Brody. Today's his first day, and we're just working him through some of this stuff. Again, I love him. He's got the cutest face. He's very, he was this way when I met him the first day I met him at his house. Once you get rolling, he's very focused, he's paying attention. So I'm really expecting some really good things from him. I'm excited to have the opportunity to work with him and help him and his owner. So stay tuned, he should be amazing. If you have questions, you can post them in the comment section or email me at info@gooddogcoaching.com. info@gooddogcoaching.com. And stay tuned. More from Brody. All right.